I was so down and out that I was willing to do anything for money. Toxic. Does that not sound toxic?
Young Dizzle.
Hey y'all, it's JimiP and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, today we are doing another one of my favorite things to do nowadays, which is like this healing girl year. I am so focused on making myself a better me, and I feel like I made like a breakthrough on something, or I feel like I've learned something, whether it be like at church, through sermons, or in therapy. I love to just come on here and kind of like share that with y'all. Nothing is worse than feeling like you're the only person in the world going through something. So I love that we all can like chat down in the comments about the fact that we literally experience some of the same things at the exact same time. So these videos are to help anybody that feel like they need a community to not be alone. You are not alone, sis. It's something about us Virgos in this control aspect. The day you release control is the day you will feel your freest self. Control literally is like the center point of all of the good and bad things that have happened in my life. It's not just one cut away, like if you're in control, everything is always going to turn out right. No. Sometimes when you're in control, bad things happen and you be like, damn, how the hell did that happen? And this video is not strictly about Virgos at all, not one bit. I just want to call you out and let you know if you're a Virgo and if you are so adamant that you have control of every single aspect of your life, this video is for you. I remember when I was in college and I was going to this university that was a PWI and predominantly racist. The guidance counselor didn't really have much faith in like the black students. I remember telling her I wanted to be a part of the graduating class of spring 2018, and I remember her saying to me, no, you're not going to be able to because this, and I don't think you're going to be able to hold a course load. Like, I had a plan, I was ready. And so that defeated me. I literally felt like it was out of my control, but me being the control freak that I am, I would not take no as an answer. I took, I think, 2 or 3 summer classes of 2017, and then going into fall, I took 8 fall classes. I took 2 or 3 winter classes, and then my course load right before graduate, and I had 7 classes, and I had to go like above her to basically get it signed off that I was going to be able to take on this many classes, and I did it. I graduated at the top of my class. I had a 3.8 GPA. It was really a 4.0, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But with that, which was one of the bad things, was that I was really pressed, y'all, to move to Atlanta. And I knew that I wanted to come to Atlanta in June. And I just felt like, ain't no way y'all want me to stay here. But I had my mind set on me moving to Atlanta in June. And so the whole purpose of me pushing to graduate in May was so that I could move to Atlanta in June. That was the whole purpose. All the signs were telling me not to. Even after the graduating thing, there were so many signs telling me, just wait, just wait, just wait. I was so determined, and I did it, and I moved here, and I struggled for 2 years. Like, it wasn't meant to happen at that second, and I pushed it so hard because I wanted to be in control. Nobody was going to tell me that I was going to move any other time. I said I'm moving in June, so bitch, I'm moving in June. Actions that you take when you are trying to be in control of a situation, the effects that happen because of those actions, they don't just go away. I am still reaping the repercussions of it to this day. If y'all seen the Juicy Crab story time about me quote unquote stealing, that was because I was so down and out that I was willing to do anything for money. I was willing to do anything because I had to pay my bills. And if I would have waited and not try to take control of the situation, God would have provided me with a way to pay my bills that didn't include me, quote unquote, stealing from the place of work that I was working at. Y'all know I'm all about whys. Like, why? What was the reason? I don't trust that somebody would put the time, the effort into the detail, the little things. I don't feel like they would literally carefully hand it off. Like, I don't trust people enough to take care of something how I would take care of it. The idea of being disappointed by somebody because you depended on them and were trusting in them with your time or your money or your dream or just like your life in general, like that shit is scary as fuck. Like, for instance, have you ever, like, one day, I don't know, like some random day, like you just didn't feel like driving, and so maybe you asked your like boyfriend or your mom or like your friend or something like to drive, and they're driving your car. Immediately, as soon as they get in the car, they don't even put on their seatbelt. They put their chair all the way back. They can barely see the freaking steering wheel, let alone the cars in front of them. They driving, whipping, doing this, that, and the third. They cutting a little too close to the sidewalks. You getting scared because you know tires are expensive out here. They're driving your car so recklessly. They don't care about your life, let alone about the fact that they could get in a car crash and all of the responsibility of what happens is now on you. And you ever be passenger seat driving and you like, yo, what is you doing? Slow down. Bro, put your blinker on. Bro, what is you doing? Da, 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 da. And then the person in the driver's seat be like, yo, you asked me to drive. Like, why is you over that passenger seat driving? I got this. And then you sit there and think, you know what? I did ask you to drive. But matter of fact, get the fuck out. Get out the car. Pull over. They pull over. Y'all get out. You get into the driver's seat and now you are driving how you would drive your car. That is literally how a control freak works. You aren't doing it the way that I want you to do it, and you're scaring me because you're not taking precaution and care how I would. It doesn't feel right to me. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know which way we going. You taking back roads I ain't never seen before. No. I don't like that. Get out the car. I'll drive. Y'all know I'm a definitions girl. I like my facts. I like to come with the receipts, baby. So I wanted to kind of get a generalized definition of control. So control as a verb, or controlled or controlling, is to exercise restraining or directing influence over, aka regulate. B, to have a power over, aka rule. Or C, to reduce the incidence or severity of, especially to innocuous levels. The crazy part about it is when I read this definition, it's the fact that people that want to be in control are extremely toxic. So what I got from that is basically people like to have control because they have this fear or anxiety that if they are not in control, that things have a higher expectancy of failure, but like in the most harmful way. Put yourself in this category if this reminds you of you. So when I'm not in control, I literally feel like I'm gonna die. Like, that sounds so dramatic. I felt like my life, if I wasn't in control of it, was going to be the biggest shit show, clown show you ever possibly could see. That is how it is with a control freak. If you are not in control, it's not like a simple like, oh, if I'm not in control, like it's not gonna be done right. No, if I'm not in control, not only is it not gonna get done right, I'm literally not gonna live on this earth. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna perish. Life is gonna be non-existent. I'm gonna be poor. I'm gonna be broke. I'm not gonna get what I want, and therefore I'm never gonna amount to anything. It's always the extremist levels. Toxic. Does that not sound toxic? Last year around my birthday, September, is when I started to feel like this like release of like what I would consider my superpower. Is when this whole control thing started to spiral, and I literally felt like my superpowers like leaving out of my hands, and I was no longer in control of anything. I had this humongous question mark over my life. Like, honey, if I would have went on a date and they asked me like, what's your 5-year goal? I'd have been like, bitch, I don't know what my 5-day goal is. Like, I feel like somebody went into my hard drive in my head and they deleted everything. I knew nothing. I didn't know what was gonna happen in the next month, let alone the next year. Like, I just didn't know anything. I was so lost, so confused. I've always had a plan. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and this is gonna get me this, and in 2 years I'll have this. Like, it always was something. And I remember in the top of the year in 2022, I said that I was gonna move to DC. When that hard drive delete hit, I sat there and I was like, whoa. That is what kind of started my like journey, like 6 months, I think. Really, it was like 2 months. That's the first 4 months was me just bullshitting. So I know that's a lot, but I just want to share like 3 things that I learned during this process of my fasting and kind of learning how to let go of control. and what it means when you let go of control. So number one, know that everything, and I mean everything, has to go through God before it happens. So if your boyfriend breaks up with you, you crash your car, you can't pay your rent, you don't know where you're gonna be at in life next year or let alone tomorrow, just know that God knows. It's literally already being planned even before you were born, even before you were in your mom's stomach. It was already planned what you were going to do in life, what your steps would be in life. So when you feel like something isn't going right, or you feel like something bad is happening, or you feel like, why is this happening to me, just know that it was supposed to happen for your purpose. God has the plan. He just needs the platform. You're the platform, sis. Get up. Number two, allow yourself to release the chains of control off of you. Because when you are in control, you put a cap on what God can control. I don't know about y'all, but I want to be a millionaire. But God is like, no, sis, you're going to be a billionaire. Now imagine if I stayed in control. I'm capping myself at millionaire. And God is saying, please take the cap off. I'm trying to take you to billionaire. You done put a cap on your own blessings. You only want to be a millionaire. I'm trying to take you to billionaire so you can bless people. But you want to sit here and control everything and put a cap on what I have for you. So go ahead, sis. That vision you got for what you think life gonna be like for you, just know that God is saying 10 times more. And number three is one of my favorites. The main thing that I've had to like sit back and like evaluate with myself and kind of just like repeat to myself every single day, every single morning, every time I go to sleep. And that is that this year in 2023 and every single year of my life moving forward, my biggest collaboration will be with God. I want to collaborate with God on every single project that I have going on, whether it be what I'm going to make tonight for dinner, whether it be what book I'm going to read next, whether it be what video I'm going to publish next, whether it be what state I'm moving to at the end of the year. I am collaborating with God. Every single plan that I have, every single dream that I have, I make sure that I write it down. I take a mental picture. I tell myself what it looks like, what's included in it, what steps I'm going to take with it, and then I take it up to God and I let him review it so that he can let me know what it is, what I need to change, and if this is a part of my journey. It's kind of like if you are like a artist, a rapper or whatever, right? And you have this goal that you want to be a big time rapper, etc., etc. And then Jay-Z walks into the building, he hears you rap, and Jay-Z is just like hyping you up. He's your biggest hype man. He's hyping you up. He's like, oh shoot, this is like music I never heard before. Like, you real dope. And next thing you know, Jay-Z is like, I want to collab with you, right? Jay-Z is like, I want to collab with you. Let's make a song together. You know, he got you in the booth with Beyonce. And you know that collaborating with Jay-Z will take you to the highest levels possible. In your mind, that's the biggest collaboration of the year. Just like if Jay-Z was to collaborate with me, he's going to get me to high levels. Collaborating with God will get me to the highest levels I could ever possibly go to. When you feel like God is not touching your life, you feel like things aren't moving as fast as you want, or you aren't growing as fast, or whatever, instead of thinking why, like why God, why me, why this, why that, think that maybe it just wasn't the time. For instance, if you were supposed to pass the bar exam this coming fall, but God pushed it back and you won't be able to pass it until next fall, and you're thinking this is setting me back in life, but in reality you weren't supposed to pass your bar exam until next fall, because when you do pass it, it is going to be a new program that's going to give you a bigger grant where you don't even have to pay for law school, or maybe the degree will be free, or maybe that job that you are supposed to be getting, or that internship that you're supposed to be getting, won't be available until next year. And if you would have gotten it now, then you would have settled for some low grade job, and you would have been miserable, and you would have never seen that other job opportunity that was going to come up in that next season. Just think about it like that. So whenever I think like something in my life isn't going the way I want to go, I sit in contentment, because content is not always a bad thing. It's not like, oh, I'm content with where I'm at. Now listen, sis, if you sitting in your life and you're not doing nothing, you like, I'm content with where I'm at, or if you sitting in a bad relationship because you're settling, no, I'm not talking to you, okay? I'm talking about the girls that are putting in the work, that are building their relationship with God, really trying, and they feel like their life is still not going in a forward direction. Think about it in the sense of, okay, God is 2 years from now setting some stuff up. Like, God is like in the future right now, really putting something together. Like, yo, he been all right now. He is getting that building ready that you are gonna occupy in the next 3 years to create that office space for your lash business. Just change your mindset and outlook on things, because it really helps with letting go of that control and trusting that what is supposed to happen is gonna happen. I'm making sure that I realign myself to be on the path that God has for me, because I tried my way. Let's go your way. You got it. You got it, big dog. You got it, honey. Y'all let me know down below, what was a situation that you took control of that you wish you hadn't. Y'all meet me down in the comments and let's have a little chit chat about these life lessons we done learned, okay? I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for watching this video, and I will see y'all in my next one.